Hi Sean, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your hitting evaluation, so let's get started. First thing we talk about is your setup. Okay, that's really good. I'm a fan of hitters who keep their feet parallel to start with. Makes it simple to repeat. You're wide enough to be successful. Your hands are high enough to create a downward angle through the contact zone. So those are all good things. Let's see what you do here. Okay, I thought that was a swing. I was going to say, that's a pretty relaxed swing there, buddy. Okay. Okay, so first thing off, Sean, you have to understand that you're facing soft toss, okay? And even in soft toss, you're getting your foot down too late. I should not be able to see the baseball come into frame and have you still moving a little bit. Okay? Remember what Sparky and Coach Owens was talking about at the camp about the importance of getting your foot down. Okay? So we can start that swing. Okay, so our foot lands. Okay, that's good. Let's check out your swing plane now. The route you take with your bat. Okay, not too bad there. I'm not gonna that's pretty darn good, actually. That's real good. This is not a great angle for me to watch you. I can't really tell what you're doing with your hips, but one thing though, Sean, is that I want you to look at watch your front foot with me, okay? Just pay attention to your front foot. Okay, it looks like the angle of your front foot is now this foot looks like it's like this to me, okay? And to me, your front foot when it lands is more like this. Kind of more in an open area. And what that does, Sean, when you do that, is it opens up this front hip too early. Okay? It kind of has a trickle up effect on your body. Guys that open that foot up when they land or when their stride foot lands have a tendency to open their hip up early, and it moves up your body more, and they have a tendency to open up their front shoulder. They can't help it because their front hip is open. It's predisposed a little bit open. Okay? And one of the big issues that all hitters have is trying to stay on the baseball. Okay? Trying to keep their chest, front shoulder, front hip locked in as long as they can throughout their swing. Now eventually after contact, it's gonna they're gonna spin off the baseball, and that's okay. But for good hitters, pro hitters, high level college guys, all that happens before contact, not after contact. Okay? So we got to make sure that we're hitting, okay? To create energy, to create power, we got to create energy from our backside. Our hands create speed. Our legs, our core, our lower half creates power. The way we do that is by driving this knee down to a firm, closed front side. Okay? Any leakage with that front foot sliding open reduces the percentage of resistance you can create. Hope I'm not getting too technical here, but it's important to understand that when that knee fires, okay, that it's firing against something, and not just to open air. Now you do a pretty good job there. Okay, as big as you are, Sean, we should see this C is like this right now. Okay, and the angle I should be seeing looks more like, it should be more like this. Okay, you should be more in your legs. Make a long story short, you should be more in your legs. Okay, so we'll finish that swing. We'll stop you right there. Okay, so Sean, I'm going to draw. Your foot's on the ground. You've taken your stride, right? And now your foot's on the ground. Okay, taking your stride. You're okay right there. We're going to put this right in front of your body. Okay, from this position, your body should move forward just a little bit, but your head should and your body should, you should start compressing down into your legs. Okay, let's see how far you go down. Okay, so your forward movement is fine. It's not too, you're not leaking forward, so that's good. But your head stays at the same exact level throughout your swing. Okay, until right there. And that's a little bit too late. Okay, Sean, I'm going to pretend like you're 6 foot tall. You might be taller than 6 foot. I don't know. But by the time we make contact with the baseball, you should be about, if you're 6 foot tall, you should be about 5'9". Okay, if you're really going to tap into your lower half, you've got to use your legs better. And Sean, it's not just a drive your knee, it's a violent move. It's driving that knee as hard as you can. You should be fighting like crazy when you're right here to keep that front foot on the ground. And I don't see much going on there. Okay? You should, after taking 15 minutes of BP or something like that, your legs should be sore. That you're driving your legs that hard. Okay? So you gotta get your legs more. Okay, let's talk about where you are at contact. Let's go back here a little bit. Okay, so let's take you to contact. Whoops. Okay, so you're pretty close there. You actually do a pretty good job with your upper body. One of the very few kids in this camp that have done that. Okay, that's right now, Sean, is where you should be making contact with the baseball. Where your hands are, where your arms are, where your belt buckle is, where your chest is, where your back leg is. That's where we need to make contact. Okay, you're close. You're closer than almost anybody I've seen so far. I've done like 50 of these so far. You're pretty close there. You're going to have a chance to hit balls on the outside half of home plate with that approach. Okay, it looks like that ball went that way too. Okay, you get good extension through the baseball. So, only thing I have for you, Sean, your swing plane's fine. Okay, for a big guy, you gotta get into your legs more. You gotta drive that knee down farther and with more veracity, more get up and go. Okay. My son who plays at Tennessee is 5'9". Okay, and hits balls 400 feet in the air because of his lower half. He's got strong legs and he knows how to use them. And that's what you need to do. So I wouldn't change too much what you do with your setup. I wouldn't change too much what you do with your swing plane, with your finish, with your extensions, all good. You got to remember two things. You got to drive that knee harder, and you got to make sure that front foot stays closed at all cost. Okay? Okay, Sean, I hope this helps you a little bit. I look forward to seeing you at the next ABC baseball camp. Have a great spring and a great summer. So long.